Okay, how's everybody doing out there? My name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Crystal H Technology projection screens using smart technology gain. I usually point up at the light when I do that. It's early in the morning. Alright, so yesterday I showed some demonstrations on a new black screen paint by Immerse. Now this is going to be the Immerse Eclipse, which is called 4K Cinema. It has another name to it, I added onto it, but just to keep it short, the Immerse Eclipse 4K Cinema will allow you to paint a black screen on just about anything you want. Now over there, that is the first screen we painted. It was painted with the actually the screen was the blackout cloth that we used, that comes free with the kit. Now with these kits, they will come in 2 quarts and they will come in 1 gallon. 1 gallon will paint a screen size from 100 inch all the way up to 170 inch. It will come with a surface that will be a 170 inch 16:9 or 16:10, however way you cut it. The 2 quart kit will come with a surface of 100 inch to 120 inch. So actually it's 120 inch, but you can do 100 to 120 inch from that screen 16:9. We will be adding in some frog tape and some rollers with it, with the kit. Now mind you, I've seen people do demonstrations with foam rollers. I don't recommend foam rollers. If you're doing something smooth like glass or plexiglass or something really smooth, very fine, I guess a foam roller would be efficient, but I don't like using it because they streak the screen. They streak the daylights out of the screen. And on a foam roller, you only get a short roller. That's it. Sometimes they're about that wide. I've used them before, and they're too skinny, too narrow. They make them bigger. They make them wider. You know what I mean? That came out kind of bad. Don't get anything dirty out of that. All right, let's move on from there, because you know you're gonna have somebody get something out of there. But yeah, they make them wider, but I just don't like the foam rollers because at any given time, if you press down too much, it'll leave an imprint in the screen. That's why I don't like them. They're used for other applications, like if you're doing staining, doing some form of staining on wood and stuff like that. They're fantastic, but I personally don't like to use them. I like to use an everyday net roller. It doesn't make a difference what kind you use. You use a cheap one. I've used cheap ones. I've used expensive ones. This roller I have right here is like $10 for just that one little roller right there. But there's a difference. But like I said, when it comes to the screen paint, really isn't much because stuff is designed to be applied to pretty much anything. Also, too, very easy to use. You have some people that'll come on here and they'll make it sound like it's rocket scientist, but it's not. We're on top of that. Just to let you know, we're not going to use any kind of 4K upscaling. Our projector is so set in the factory default settings, and we're using just 2,500 lumens. I'm looking pretty soon to get a 2,000 lumen projector. I got rid of my other one. I gave it to a friend of mine. But anyway, some of these screen paints, one of the screen paints I recognize, basically even states that you have to have a projector of higher lumens just to use it, and that's because the screen probably has really poor picture quality on a lower end projector and probably would fail extremely miserably. So there's restrictions there. I personally know about that because I had a screen called Fusion Black, and that screen required a projector with a lumen count of 3,000 lumens. So I know about that from the door. All right, so we're going to pour this onto the screen right there. Boom, voila. So that's it. Press it, pour it on the screen. Got this all over my hands. Good gracious, man. No, it's not that. It's that bottom line is, I think I have my good jeans on. I'm not sure, so I can't wipe it anywhere. And as you can see, we frog taped the screen. This is just a demonstration. If you have a wall and you're going to paint this onto your wall, it doesn't make a difference if your walls are green, yellow, purple, orange, stripe, I don't know, polka dot. You can pretty much paint it on anything you want. Let me get the camera strap out of the way. And pretty much we're going to paint around the frog tape. Now the reason why I like frog tape, because frog tape has this sealer that pretty much seals around the screen. Someone's probably looking at this and said, man, you're crazy, you're just going to let that sit there. Yeah, pretty much, yeah, I'm just going to let that sit there because I don't have to worry about the screen getting messed up, because this stuff is designed to pretty much it won't damage your screen if you basically just leave it there. If it dries, all you have to do is just basically just paint right over it again, and that's it. So I'm just going over the edges right there first. That's all. No biggie. Like I said, you don't have. Some people could think it's overwhelming, and I've talked to customers who thinks it's really overwhelming. They don't want to mess it up. There is no way you can mess this up. No way in at all. You can mess this up. It's impossible. If I had sneakers on, I'd walk across the screen, but I have my socks on right now, so I don't want to do that. Alright, so that's it. So all you want to do is go to write down the tape. That's it. Very easy. It's not hard to do. Like I said, you got so many people out there that want to make it sound so difficult. Yeah, well, first you have to go up and down in this robot formation and all this other nonsense. You don't have to prime the surface. As you see, I didn't prime the surface at all. Here we go. That's it. Now we got this side right here. That's basically about it. We're just about done, aren't we? That easy. I can sit here and get to know you guys while I do this. So how's everybody doing today? I hope fine, or tonight, depending on where you at or where you live. Different time zones. Alright, so let's come over here and let's grab this right here. You know, I just poured it onto the surface. That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? But, like I said, you have people who do this and they want to make it sound so complicated. So if it's so complicated, why would I want to do it to begin with? And then on top of that, when it comes to the projector, like I said, whoopsie, I think I went over my line there. Yes, I did. No, I don't care. Alright. It was supposed to be a beautiful trim. Yeah, I went over. I was going to paint the whole screen anyway, but it doesn't make a difference anyway, because I'm going to recoat the whole screen anyway. Alright, so it makes no difference. I just wanted a beautiful trim all the way around. It's early in the morning, people. I've had no coffee. Well, I don't drink coffee anyway. I've had no Lucky Charms. I'm a big fan of Lucky Charms, man. I love Lucky Charms. You might have heard me say it many times in my video demonstrations. Yeah, big fan of Lucky Charms. I love Lucky Charms. When I was a kid, that was the one cereal that had the most sugar. We all know it. Come on now. And you always had that fantasy of having the Lucky Charms with just the marshmallows only. Man, please make it with just the marshmallows only. Before I pass off this earth, I would like to see that cereal just marshmallows only. You would have kids running to school without the bus. Literally. Johnny would make it there way before the bus could ever get there. So as you can see, look, just back and forth. It doesn't make a difference. You can go this way if I want. That's it. Alright. Boom. I don't know, I got that song. Some song was stuck in my... Oh, that's the one where the cat's playing the piano. I was watching some crazy videos last night. I was bored. Alright. That's it. We're done. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to take my screen. I got to point the camera in another direction because I got to pick this up. It's a pretty big screen. We'll put that right there. Hopefully you don't see me in front of the camera. If you see a fly, pay it no mind. Alright, so I'm going to lift this up. If you see a part of me, I feel sorry for you because I have not had a chance to get up and change anything on me. You know, get washed or dressed and that. See that? I'm not responsible for scarring you. Just want to let you know if you did get a glimpse of me. So, don't want to scar anybody. Alright, so that's the screen right there. All painted up, all done. Alright, make sure we got it on the mark. Alright, so come over here real quick. Let's move the roller and stuff out of the way. Let's get this all out of the way over here. Put it over there. I'm going to turn on my fan, so we're going to dry this. There we go. So that's all done. Alright, now let's take our projector off blank mode. Alright, like I said, the screen's going to be pretty crispy. It's going to have a lot of glare coming off it because the screen's still wet. So we're going to do two parts of this. Part one, me painting the screen in and showing off some of it. And then part two, the screen actually dried. So I'm going to leave the frog tape, everything on it. Probably going to trim that one area where I jacked it up over there, over rolling. And that's it. Alright, we're going to have some fun with this. Alright, so let's begin. I got the fan hitting it right now. But until the screen dries, just to show you in the demonstration, look at the colors on the screen. Look how fast it took me to paint that in. 2,500 lumens. Let's step back and show you how far my projector is sitting. My projector's, oh, it's at 9 feet. We're going to do it farther than that. Like I said, 2,500 lumens. We can actually, I'm going to do a demonstration on 200 lumens. These screens are designed to be used with projectors. You can go as low as 200 lumens. I've done this demonstration already. 9 feet back, fully lit environment. Alright, let's come back here and let's grab something else. I got the laptop today. I'm still using VGA on the laptop for today. Let's grab another video. Let's see what we got here. For my time runs out here. My battery on my camera is about to go kadoosh. It's about to die. Alright, so let's grab something here. I'm gonna grab something else. Didn't exactly want that video. They had this video with these cool skateboards. I thought it was a really awesome video. That's the one I want. Go back in here and hit this again. Let's see if we can find it. Alright, we'll grab this one over here. Just having a look through here really quick. See what we can bring up. Let's see. Let's go to the video list. There we go. There it is. There it is. That's what I wanted. Got an ad at the bottom. Let me get that ad out of the way first. Get that out of the way. We'll go back again. Get that ad out of the way there. There we go. Let's begin again. Sorry about that. Now you see, it took me no time at all to paint this screen in. No time at all. Didn't make a difference how I painted the screen, up and down, side to side, whatever. Didn't make a difference. And look how fantastic it looks. And the screen is drying right now because I have the fan right on top of it right now. Screens dry very, very fast. And you can coat anything. You got a pre-existing projection screen you want to turn black, turn it black. You have a fixed frame screen, which I have right here. I'm going to be turning this giant screen black. You can turn it black. Paint your walls. Paint the blackout cloth that we gave you. Now we gave you the blackout cloth because say if you rent and you can't paint your walls, well now you already have the blackout cloth that comes with the screen paint. If this screen dries fast enough, I might not have to do a part 2. Because usually part 2 I do the screen when it's fully dried, and that way you don't see the glare coming off the screen because it's wet, but it's drying that fast. Even my own stuff surprises me, trust me. It surprises the crap out of me, it does. Yeah, it's practically already dried. Look at that. Now you can see the screen had a ton of glare coming off of it because the screen was wet. Now look at it. Look how fast it takes for this to dry with a fan. This just shows you right here in the video, you saw me paint this screen and dry the screen in no time at all. 2,500 lumens, 9 feet back from the screen. Look around at my environment. Look how bright my environment is. My environment is not dark. Look at that. Wow, that is I'm amazed by some of the stuff I designed, man. I'm really amazed by it. Look at that. That is freaking incredible. Look at that. Alright, let's see. You want to grab one more? Let's grab one more. Anybody interested in watching another one? Let's do another one. As a matter of fact, you know what? You know what? I saw a video back there I just saw. I think I'm going to do that one instead. It shows off the contrast levels. I think I'm going to go toward that one. Oh, wait, hold on. We did this one yesterday. But I want to go back and I want to look at this other one. I was checking out the bottom. Not that one. Let's go to the very end, because I saw something pop up that was interesting. There we go. We're going to do this one right here. I did this one with the fishies. Let's go a little farther up. Here we go. Let's get rid of all this. Get that ad out of there. The screen is dry. It is dry. It's dry, because you can see now. You see a difference between when I first showed it, where the Indian was doing his tribal dance. That dance is amazing. I'm telling you, I love that video. I'll tell you, I really do. I love that video so much. But you can see the difference. On how fast the paint dried. And this is fantastic. Also, too, this can be used for commercial use. So yes, we are looking for contracts for this technology. And this is contracts to distribute, not contracts to basically give us an NDA and a license agreement to market our technology. No, it's not going to happen. Just for distributing only. But look at this. You saw me paint the screen in. I don't have to do a part 2. Screen's already dry. Usually I do a part 1 and I paint the screen in, and it has a lot of glare to the screen because the screen's just been painted. And then I do part 2 where the screen's already dried, but apparently no, I don't have to do it. Look at this, it's already dried. Dried that fast. I mean, even I'm shocked because I didn't know the screen was going to dry that fast. That is freaking amazing. Like I said, I never get used to it. I never get used to anything that I design. We're just in a fully lit environment. Don't have to be in the dark. Like I said, no 4K upscaling, and we're using this in 720p. My projector is still set to the factory default settings right out of the box. Nothing's been touched. Now, we're going to go back a minute here. Just a minute. We'll come back to this in a few minutes. I'm loving this all together. You know what? I'm going to let this play a little bit more. Let that play a little more. Look at the contrast levels. Look how beautiful the contrast levels are, and it's well lit environment. Man, I'm telling you, I'm surprised. Truthfully, I'm surprised because I never knew the screen was going to dry this fast. Wow. Okay, so yeah, so as of the 5th, now keep in mind, the 5th of September, this is when the Immerse Eclipse black screen paint will launch. Like I said, we'll have it in 2 quarts. We're going to have it in 1 gallon sizes. They'll come with rollers, they'll come with the drop cloth, and we'll have the paint tape that comes with it. Like I said, you can see I just use an everyday nap roller, you know what I mean, to paint the screen. You know, I didn't have to go through the nonsense of everything. You know, people give you just crazy instructions and stuff, like saying you have to use it with a foam roller. No. Any roller you choose. I mean, if you want to use it with a foam roller, you can, but I don't recommend it. There are lights out here. those of you want to see this with the lights out. I particularly don't like to do my demonstrations with the lights out because, you know, it's too easy. But just to show you with the lights out for those of you that are going to be using this in your dedicated home theater. Now, also too, I like to add too that the screen paint is fully weatherproof. You can take these screens outside, so that's fantastic too. You've seen demonstrations with me using black screens outside. They're absolutely incredible. Alright, now let's turn back on our lights. Boom, that's that smart technology gain times 7. Yes, these screens have smart technology gain times 7. Turn off the fan. Screen's dry already. No use having the fan on. That screen is dry. Look at this. Look at the angle gain on this screen. Alright, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab this other video really fast. Just come back a bit here. So I'm just going to recap on that one I just did. Alright, go back a bit. There we go. Now remember, when I did this video, the screen was wet. Correct? Now this is the screen dry. Get that out of the way. There we go. And this is what true technology is supposed to look like. So when we do demonstrations, we're completely different. You just watch me paint this screen in, do the exact same demonstration I'm doing here with the screen wet. You watch the screen dry right in front of you. Look how much light the screen takes in. Now we'll add the screen paint and the 2 quarts and 1 gallon. Like I said, we'll be launching on the 5th of September. The screen will come with free worldwide shipping. We can ship it to you anywhere in the world for free. Alright, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Y'all have a good one. I got to get back to work. Got to be uploading this on my website really soon. Alright. Everybody have a good one.